Hello, everybody. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, with my April astrological overview. That's April 2022. Gosh, can you believe it? And happy springtime. This is a picture of what everybody can expect for the month of April. But first, I know that some of you have been asking me, are you going to do a special this month? Oh, yes, it's already up there on my website. Go to MaxineTaylor.com. You will find all the information that you need. I am offering specials on everything that I offer, all of my services. This is a time when people need a reading more than ever, but many people can afford it less than ever. And so enjoy the special. It'll run for a month, and happy April. Sue, let's see. Oh, much better with glasses. I'm updating my, now that I've cast it, what do I do with it book. I wrote that in 1973, and I've periodically updated it, and it should be ready. Oh, I would say within a few weeks. I'll let you know when it's ready. So let's talk about what's going on in April. Well, of course, the sun is in, let's do it now. Let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Aries. Aries says, I do what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. And the action from Aries is awesome. Everybody's hitting the ground running. On the 19th, the sun moves into Taurus. And remember, the sun is the giver of life. And so everybody's out there during the sun in Aries, just being active. When it gets into Taurus, it's a different picture. Taurus says, let's take it slow and easy. Let's be practical and logical and slow it down. Let's talk about our finances. Let's create more money. Now, you might be saying, I'm doing that now. And that's why I'm offering a special, because a lot of people are doing it now. And those of you who are sensitive, feel it when the planets change signs. And so when the sun moves into Taurus, it's, I'll meet you at Starbucks. We'll talk about it over a latte. It's that kind of a feel. And it is a time of taking it in a more relaxing way. Aries just wants to get out there and do it, jump into the fray. Taurus says the important things in life are eating, sleeping, loving. Taurus will get the job done in its own time. Aries says, let's do it now. Let's not wait. So the tone is very different. And so it changes on the 19th. All right. Now, I'm going to jump over to Mercury. Mercury is what we think about and talk about. Now, the sun is the center of our life. Mercury is the center of our conscious mind. It's going to be in Aries until the 10th. And then it moves into Taurus. And the way, what we're thinking about, how we are thinking, changes from let's get it done now to let's just go over everything we've written and look for the typos, and let's do it over a meal, because Taurus is a very practical sign. And Taurus is, and let's think of ways of creating income from it. So the sun and Mercury go from Aries to Taurus. Venus, however, the planet of love, the planet of beauty, is in Aquarius, which is a very humanitarian sign. Venus in Aquarius loves everybody equally. It brings out a love of humanity. Venus has been in Aquarius for a while. On the 5th of April, Venus moves into dreamy Pisces. It moves into divinely inspired Pisces. And it functions on a much higher level in Pisces than in any other sign, or at least it can do that. Pisces is our dreamer. Pisces really likes to be away from it all and just contemplate and meditate. Pisceans are divinely inspired. And so I hear in the back of my mind, somebody singing the Disney song, "Someday my prince will come." It's the dreamer. And we can expect all kinds of beautiful music, art, creativity within ourselves, as well as others. Remember, I'm talking about you. Okay. So that's the Sun and Venus and Mercury. Now, Mars is in Aquarius. Mars is the planet of war. It's the planet of fighting. It's the planet of do it now. It fights with or for wherever it lands in your chart. In Aquarius, it's fighting for humanity. And maybe some people are fighting with humanity, but it's a humanitarian placement for Mars that says, I'm fighting for the group, for the team. Even saying it, I love the way it feels. And then on the 14th, it, just like Venus, which does it on the 5th, moves into Pisces. And we might find that, now remember, this is the whole wide world I'm talking about. We may be fighting for our dream, for the ideal, for the underdog. This is all Pisces. And so we may see ourselves, all of us, millions of us, fighting with or for the dream, with or for service to mankind, with or for the underdog, the victim. Very, very interesting. Okay, now, little note on Mercury. Some of you know where I'm going before I even say it. Mercury is going to enter the shadow of the retrograde on April 26th. Now, if you've been following me on YouTube, you know that the shadow of the retrograde occurs twice. Once as a precursor of the retrograde, and then the second time after Mercury comes out of retrograde and goes direct. In the shadow of the retrograde, it feels just as if Mercury is retrograde. It's not, but it feels that way. When Mercury goes retrograde, we do not begin new projects. Instead, we tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects, unfinished business. Mercury is going to go retrograde on May 10th. The closer we get to May 10th, the more confused it will seem, because Mercury just, when it's retro, Mercury rules our mouth and our minds. It rules communication, how we think, how we express ourselves. So if you can possibly get the job done before Mercury goes retrograde while it's still in the shadow, that would be my suggestion to you. But in the middle of all of this, we have this month, April, 2 new moons, 1 full moon, and one of those new moons is a solar eclipse. Let me start at the top. Today is April 1st, and we had a new moon early this morning in the Eastern time zone. It is a new moon in 11 degrees, 31 minutes of Aries. And so for those of you who have any Aries in your birth chart, your sun, your moon, your ascendant, Mercury, in descending order as I've just delivered it, this is your turn. This is your time. And you're ready to hit the ground running. I love it. On the new moon, energy starts growing. Haven't you noticed that we have felt, the world has felt kind of sluggish? I'm sure the people in Ukraine don't feel sluggish. They've got major issues to contend with, and we send everybody. I send everybody, and I know I'm speaking for so many of you. Love and victory to Ukraine. We are with you. We are for you. Okay. So the energy has started moving forward, hit the ground running for the next 2 weeks. On the full moon, April 16th, which is in 26 Libra, 46, things will come to a head. Now, if you have a copy of your birth chart, as I'm giving you these lunations, look at your birth chart. And then as I go through all 12 signs with the rest of my day taken up with recording forecasts, I'll show you where these lunations fall in your solar chart, and so you can see them in the solar chart and in the natal chart. All right, the full moon on the 16th brings partnership issues to a head, balance, harmony, and hopefully this will affect everybody the world over. Everybody will experience the full moon. And I would hope that this would manifest for everyone on its highest and best level. Okay, after the full moon, then everything starts waning, the moon starts waning. And at the end of the month, on the 30th, we have a new moon, which is also a solar eclipse. Now, eclipses are powerful. They occur in pairs usually. Sometimes we get 3 of them occurring in 1 month or a 2-month period. I love eclipses because they are a cosmic 2x4. They wake us up. They give us a kick forward. And if an eclipse falls on your sun, your moon, or your ascendant, you will be experiencing a new life eclipse. Don't you just love that? And in that case, the eclipse lasts at least a year, probably 2 years, rather than the usual 5-6 month period, because when a new pair of eclipses comes along, that's what we focus on for obvious reasons. So the new moon on April 30th, which is a solar eclipse, is in 10 Taurus 28. I allow a 5-degree orb, for those of you who study astrology, on a new moon or a full moon. Since the sun, the moon, and the ascendant are involved in a new life eclipse, I stretch that orb a little bit, all right? 6-7 degrees, because we're talking about the luminaries and the prime angle, the ascendant. So I think that's all I have to say in introduction. If you are interested in your own personal forecast, I will be recording these and posting them momentarily. And so, to all my friends around the world, wherever you may be, particularly if your country is experiencing the unthinkable, the unimaginable. My blessing is that the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.